hobby homesteaders, welcome back to Peaks Peak. Today we're here with Brad on Piney Grove Homestead, and he's going to let me try out his 3-point finish mower on his Kubota L3901.
Yeah, so what we have here is we have about 4 or 5 acres on the front of our property that we either turn into hay, and when we're not haying it, we mow it. So we bought a finish mower recently, and Lucas has not used one, so we thought it'd be a good opportunity for him to get a little bit of time in an L series tractor and also do some finish mowing, which I understand you haven't done before with this type of equipment, right?
Yeah, exactly. I have a 60-inch mid-mount mower on my Kubota BX, so I'm anxious to see how this 6-foot deck is going to cut, but also just learn how they work and whether it's something that I might be able to use on my property.
Yeah, because the overall goal here is to get Lucas to get an L series tractor, and then he'll need this finish mower.
We'll see how that goes. Real quick, one of the things that I noticed about this finish mower that he's got here is that it rides on 4 casters. You lower your 3-point down and set it on the ground, and it rides on those casters. That's something that I wasn't aware of because I've never used a finish mower. My experience is either with a mid-mount mower or a rotary cutter. And of course, you know, a bush hog works totally different, kind of rides on the tail wheel, and you can adjust your cut by raising the 3-point up and down a little bit. And on the Kubota BX, that can be a little bit of an issue because you don't have locks or stops on your 3-point hitch, and it will gradually go down over time. But with this, you can drop the finish mower all the way down on the ground and it rides on those casters, so you get a consistent cut all the way down through here. So that's one thing I've learned already. Woo, that tractor seat's hot.
Yeah, I should have turned it forward. So Lucas didn't know how to engage the PTO on my tractor because I think his BX has an electric PTO and this one has a manual one. So you have not really a clutch lever, but you disengage the engine from the transmission with a lever on the left side, a foot pedal. Then you engage your mechanical PTO and then you let it out and then you go down on your way. But he's down there, he's about done his first pass. He'll be coming back and we'll get some close-ups of him. And then we'll talk to him about, you know, how that felt, the ride and the cut quality and all those things that you feel the very first time that you use a piece of equipment. Just so you can get appreciation for how much thatch is here. I don't know if you can see that in my hand, but there's just, this was cut about waist high a couple weeks ago, and all that thatch is embedded in the green grass. So now we have the green grass and the thatch. So that's something we can get Lucas to talk about as well, is how it's doing with the thatch and the new cuttings.
Tell you right now, that is sweet. That thing has some power because not only is this grass tall and thick, but it is full of thatch. Very thick, what we were mowing here. What you mentioned about rear discharge on these finish mowers, man, that's the ticket because everything was blowing back away from us. The only time that I ended up driving through the dust is when I turned around. So yeah, pretty impressive. Hey guys, I can tell you right away, my Kubota BX with the mid-mount mower would not have mowed this as well as this finish mower mowed. Now, we're talking a 39 horse tractor, but it's a 6-foot mower deck. And I mean, it really did the business. I'm pretty impressed with the finish mower, and there's no doubt if you have an open pasture type lawn like this, man, the finish mower is going to be the ticket. I think this would outdo the mid-mount mower on the Kubota BX any day of the week. All right, guys, so I got the opportunity to run the 3-point finish mower in Brad's field here and really put it to the test. We had some good thick grass to mow, and it did a really good job. I was impressed with the cut that we got out of it and how fast we could move with the mower, as well as the ride on his tractor. I mean, overall, I'm really impressed with the finish mower, and I think I learned some things about when the finish mower is going to be the right choice. Brad, I'd kind of like for you to share your opinion, since you've had this for a while and you've operated a finish mower more, kind of give your input as to why it's a good choice.
So we started out here with a 5-foot brush hog, and what we found with the brush hog was that it was 5 foot. We wanted something a little wider, and this is 6 foot. So you get 1 more foot of cutting with this finish mower. But with a brush hog, it leaves the cut a little bit more ragged because it's just 2 blades instead of 6. So with a brush hog, you have 2 blades, 2 sharpened edges to cut grass, and with a finish mower, you have 6 edges.
Right.
So you have more blades impacting the grass, so you get a more chopped up grass, whereas a brush hog leaves long stems and it kind of windrows it down one side behind you.
Yeah.
So as a brush hog discharges, it tends to discharge to the right, and you'll get a windrow of this tall grass that it's hard for the new grass to grow up in.
Yeah.
So that's why we went to a finish mower. But we also bought a 0-turn, and we thought that maybe the 0-turn would work on this pasture. And you guys, I did get Lucas on the 0-turn. That's not going to be on his channel, so if you want to pop over to my channel and see him run the 0-turn, we did a comparison. But on the 0-turn, we thought we could mow all this pasture, and that would be the most efficient way to mow it. But we found that the 0-turn is bumpy. It's not as wide, so it's 54 inches versus 72. So you got to go more passes across it, but we thought you could really go fast across the pasture
right.
with the 0-turn. You can't, because the pasture may look smooth, it's not smooth. So between it not being smooth and it jarring you, that slows you down. And the 0-turn cannot process as much grass as this finish mower behind a 39 horsepower tractor. So the 0-turn, as you get in taller grass, you have to slow down. So you lose speed because it's too bumpy, which you don't lose speed with the tractor because
right.
it's too bumpy. It's a smoother ride. You lose speed because the 0-turn doesn't have enough power to process it. The tractor has plenty of power. And then thirdly, the 0-turn discharges to the side, throws grass everywhere, it dusts you up. The finish mower is a rear discharge, and you almost never see the grass or the dust because it's behind you and you're gone. So for all that, I would say, for this application on large acreage, the finish mower is better than a brush hog or a 0-turn.
Yeah, so I feel like I've learned a ton from this little experience, and I've got a question for you. Do
Okay.
you feel like in your application that the finish mower is a complete replacement for the 0-turn?
The big thing about a 0-turn is its maneuverability. So the tractor's pretty long, and normally we would mow without the loader on it, so we'd have more maneuverability with the tractor. But the 0-turn can get in those tight spaces. So could you make do on this property once going around your house and everything? Could you make do with a finish mower? You would, but it would be hard to finesse those areas, and you'd probably have to do a lot more string trimming.
Right. Okay. Well, I think that's great information. It should help a lot of people make a decision when they're looking at their own property and trying to decide which equipment they're going to need to take care of it.
And I will say, you know, I'm a kind of an implement freak, or someone that, you know, you can never, he who dies with the most implements wins. So when we bought this finish mower, it's used, so we got a good deal on it. We worked on it a little bit, but I always wanted one, and I like having those multiple tools. So if I had to choose just one, I probably would say we probably could have made do. If it was all about having one implement and money, I would say the brush hog's going to do a good enough job. And then do some string trimming.
Right.
But like I said, I like to have multiple tools to do the job. I kind of enjoy that.
And I've noticed you're pretty meticulous about your place. Everything is kept nice and neat and orderly, and so when you have all of the tools,
It's much
you
easier.
can make it look a lot
Much
nicer.
easier.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a thing or two from what Brad had to share with us. We really appreciate him inviting us out here to Piney Grove to get to see all of the implements and equipment that he has to operate with. It's been a whole lot of fun.
It has been a little bit hot and sweaty, but we've had a good time out here.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day.
Take care, guys, and remember, life's short, tractor hard.
Perfect.